The Minnesota Department of Ag is cracking down on seed contaminated with weeds like Palmer amaranth to stop it from spreading. One Minnesota farmer is now taking on the company that sold him cover crop seed with the noxious weed seed in it. Mikkel Pates explains the dispute in this week's Ag Week cover story.
Mark Lochick and his family farm and raise purebred cattle near Canby, Minnesota. But thanks to the cool, wet spring, he needed some cover crop seed for his prevented plant acres.
We couldn't get all the corn and beans in, and I needed hay, so I bought some Proso millet from a reputable company. I planted it because I needed the hay.
But a week later he got a call that the seed was contaminated with the dreaded Palmer amaranth weed. State inspectors found the weed in his fields, and the seed company paid for him to spray Roundup and 2,4-D. But Lochick refused to sign a waiver that would release the company from further liability.
That seed can lay dormant up to 3 years. I don't know what the future holds. I think I got all the plants, but that's not to say it can't be a complete train wreck.
No other state has been as aggressive about Palmer amaranth as Minnesota has been.
The state of Minnesota has zero tolerance for the weed and is keeping an eye on Lochick's field.
We do have a team of inspectors, and they were specifically focused on cover crop seed, so we did sample and test more cover crop seed than we do in a typical year because there was a lot more coming into the state.
The state also has a grant program for help with getting rid of the weed.
Palmer is on the eradication list, and it's prohibited in the state of Minnesota. We're trying to keep those weeds out of the state or regulated to the areas where they're found.
The state of Minnesota will help Lochick keep an eye on his fields, but at this point, he's not letting the seed company off the hook. Near Canby, Minnesota, in Lincoln County, this is Mikkel Pates for Ag Week.
Lochick declined to disclose the company that he bought the seed from. You can read more in the next Ag Week magazine and at agweek.com.